Hello there. Okay. All right. Anyway, hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's me. It's me again. I'm here, and yeah, okay. It's RJ back again with another little recap video, little something something. All right, yeah, Steelers and Browns. This was a sleeper at first. This was a pretty boring game. Maybe until the last 9 seconds, where it was like something was happening. At the end of the game was actually it was kind of entertaining. First off, Mitchell Trubisky. Hey, how about you throw the ball more to Freiermuth before like 2 minutes left in the game? How about that one? That would really help my fantasy team a little bit. Luckily, he got 2 receptions for 41 yards in like the last 2 minutes or something like that. So that was okay. I really would have liked a touchdown by him, or feed him a little bit more. Clearly, he should be more of a handicap for you if you're going to be so scared to throw the ball anywhere besides throwing it deep down to George Pickens, where he can just go, whoop. That was sick. That was probably like the second greatest catch of all times. I would put that one ahead of DeAndre Hopkins, but probably not ahead of Odell, where it was a flag on the defense and a touchdown. And I think they won against the Cowboys, which is surprising because the Giants they have been for a while. Not that my Commanders or my Patriots are doing too well right now, but yeah, I would say that's like the second greatest catch of all time. That was sick. And he just backed up everything he said. He was like, I'm always open, throw me the ball. And what do you know? Trubisky kind of put that one right in the dot too, and Pickens just said, yeah, give me that one. Easy. Anyone could do that, right? Yeah, so this game, Browns won 29-17. Really should have been 23-17. However, the Steelers, while they had the greatest catch of all time, probably also had the worst final play of all time. That was terrible. They lateraled, and I don't even know what happened there. They lost the ball. Browns kind of pushed it into the end zone, and the Browns got a touchdown on the final play. I'm sure a lot of people are upset about that for a gambling aspect. A lot of people got beat by the spread. Oh well. So yeah, Jacoby Brissett is the best backup QB in the league, and that is a fact. I don't care what you say. Jacoby Brissett is the best backup QB, and he can start and lead a team, as seen right here. He's 2-1 so far with the Browns. When he was on the Patriots, when Brady was out, when Garoppolo was out, he came in and he did really well. He went to the Colts. He did pretty darn good. Was he on the Dolphins? I think he was on the Dolphins too. I think he was pretty good on them, and he's doing pretty good so far, I have to say. I really like Brissett. I think he can absolutely lead a team. He is really safe. He's a safe passer. He takes calculated risks. He's not afraid to throw it down deep or take some shots, some risky shots, and I think it works for him quite a bit because he was 21 for 31 with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 220 yards. That's a solid game for a pretty run-heavy team. I mean, Nick Chubb, 23 for 113 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb is insane. I mean, we knew that this was going to be a pretty run-heavy game between him and Najee. Najee only had 15 for 56 and a touchdown. But I think they're kind of playing it safe with him with his Liz Frank injury. So, I mean, he's still putting in work. He's still getting some good numbers, good fantasy numbers. Not that I have him, but Najee did pretty well. We knew it was going to be a run-heavy game. And Kareem Hunt, 12 for 47. I mean, that's the best running back duo in the league still. I don't care. They're still better than AJ Dylan and Aaron Jones. That's my opinion. I still really like this Browns team. I don't know what it's going to be like when, who gets back. I don't know. I'd almost ride this one out with Brissett. I mean, it's only 3 games, but so far Brissett's doing really well. So yeah, this game was pretty back and forth for a little bit. With Brissett, he had a great touchdown to Njoku later in the game. And Njoku, he definitely showed up this game, finally. It's about time. Amari Cooper as well. Cooper had a big game, I think, especially in the first half. Like what was Cooper's stats? 7 for 101 and a touchdown. Njoku, 9 for 89 and a touchdown. So their passing game was there, especially against the Steelers defense. I know they're kind of tight on corners, and I mean, it's really just Minka back there for the most part. Minka took quite a shot early against Nick Chubb. But I mean, we knew this was going to be a pretty defensive game. Stinks for the Browns. I don't know what JOK's injury is, but Anthony Walker Jr., he's out for the year. It's kind of a big loss for them. Steelers, I don't know. Pass rush. I mean, they got there. Highsmith, he's doing pretty well. Stepping in for TJ. He had like 3 sacks the other week, and then he had 1.5 here, 2 tackles for loss. Cameron Hayward's still doing his thing. And they're going to need a little bit more from Miles Jack and Devin Bush. I think Miles Jack is still a really solid player. I'm not quite sure why they gave up on him. I think that would be nasty if they kept him with Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. And Devin Bush just needs to be a big year for him as well. But, yeah, other than Minka, they have no one really back there. So this defense it's still like an elite defense, but they're gonna struggle with he can fly around, but as you can see, the Browns didn't really have too much of an issue, and then plus their run game, they're still quite a threat. But yeah, this game was still a little closer than I would have thought. Besides, I mean, the score indicates otherwise. But, I mean, Pittsburgh had a really good second quarter with touchdown with Najee. What was the other touchdown? Oh, yeah, and Trubisky, he ran it. I mean, so Trubisky, he can still run. He's still a good runner. You have to take that into account. He still uses his legs. He dove, I don't know, I think he may have been a little bit short on that dive into the end zone. It looked like his knee was down a little bit before, but whatever. I don't think he played the worst game ever. I just think he's so careful, and like a lot of people have been saying, he just seems scared and not comfortable in the pocket or in passing it, especially downfield. I mean, he had a couple good throws to Deontay Johnson, who had a pretty solid game, 8 for 84. And then obviously he seemed to finally kind of pick it up in the end of the game with his couple throws to Freiermuth. Those are definitely some risky shots. And then obviously the throw to Pickens that was incredible. I mean, that was more of an incredible catch, obviously. So he seemed to kind of get a stride late in the game, but he's going to have to just keep that going the whole game. He has to just stay confident in himself. I think that's always been a thing with him, is he never seemed confident in himself. He never seemed to want to take those extra risks. And I forget who was saying it too. It's like, he's a good touchdown interception ratio where he's never had a pick six, but sometimes in order to get a better touchdown numbers, you kind of have to throw some risky passes that may end up in interceptions or pick sixes, because he doesn't take risks. He doesn't throw down the field. He doesn't try and throw through some tight windows. He doesn't put that thing in a rope. He just kind of takes the easy way out a lot. And obviously they're going to rely heavily on the run and short passes with Najee. But if the Steelers are going to do anything, they got to keep it going. And at this point, it's like, why even continue really with Trubisky? Yeah, he's not doing terrible, but he's not doing the best. I think you should just put Kenny Pickett in there and just see what he can do. I mean, he was a stud at Pitt. Why not just keep him? It is a young team. They're developing, and he can develop with them, and they can gel through the season. I think they would look pretty good for next season, no matter how he did this year. Also, the dude's 24 years old. He's a rookie, and he's 24. Even Burrow was 23 when he came into the league. Kenny Pickett's already 24 years old. So, I would get him in here. I would get him in there as soon as possible and help him develop, because that's kind of scary. He's a 24-year-old rookie quarterback. Not quarterbacks have obviously like a higher timeline lifespan than basically any other position in the league, but I would get him in here now. This dude's he's already gonna be 25 next year. I would want to kind of get him in here and develop and get comfortable before it's a little too late. Before you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So while he's still somewhat young in football terms, I would want him in here to kind of get used to this offense and get used to the team, gel with them, and kind of get things going a little bit. Overall, I think the Browns ended up looking pretty good this game. I think they're going to ride into momentum. Obviously, that team meeting, what is it? It was like a defensive team meeting. Obviously, that helped them a little bit. They were able to shut down the Steelers pretty well. Not that it takes too much to do that, but I think they're going to ride high in the momentum. Last week, I think, was a fluke. They really should be 3-0. That was just that was an all-time crumble by that defense and the offense for not just wasting the clock running it out. Steelers, they aren't looking good. They lost against my Pats with a pretty not great offense, but pretty good defense. But the Steelers look like they're struggling. I would put Pickett in as soon as possible. And yeah, I think the Browns still have a really good shot, more than ever, to win this division or at least stay competitive with the Ravens. Bengals, obviously the season's early, but they're not looking great so far. I think Brissett's doing a great job. We'll see come time for, who to come in, and we'll see what they do. But obviously they're probably going to put him in. They're paying the guy $250 million. You got to put someone in that's getting that amount of money. But the Browns look good. They're going to still rely heavily on the run. It's really working for them. I think they got to keep on rotating Chubb and Hunt. Best tandem in the league. Passing looked great. Cooper for 101 and Jacoby 89. Nothing else besides that, but if they can keep that up, they're going to look really good. So, pretty good game overall. A little boring, but the end was very interesting. All-time terrible play by the Steelers, but we'll see. Yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you next time. Also, yeah, you like this? This Kevin Durant Seattle Supersonics jersey? I know you like that. It's pretty fire. All right. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you'd like to see. Any ideas, whatever, just anything in general, just let me know. And I'll see you next time. Peace.